this will be now. Okay, then of course next week we then have to rush up with the metal and the water day masters. Now Chi Earth is Mother Nature. It is resourceful, very generous, sacrificial. Talk a lot. The more Chi Earth you have, the more you talk a lot into this part. And therefore here now, as we look into the Chi Day Master, in the first part, it meets direct officer. It meets the direct officer sitting on Rockwell. Direct officer sitting on Rockwell. Direct officer sitting on Rockwell generally is an inauspicious pillar. I think you begin to feel that of the so many day masters that we have covered, all of them appears to be negative. All appears many of them, except for maybe later as you look into the Ren day master, Ren water, and also the Keng day masters as well. Alright, more often than not, a direct officer sitting on Rockwell may indicate what does it actually indicate to a certain degree. It may actually indicate a loss of status, a loss of status to a certain part. So a loss of status to that particular concept that may be seen. And of course, here, if you're referring to male, a male Chi master, it may also denote, in a way, a loss of child, a loss of child, a loss of children, maybe abortion or just couldn't fit in the delivery of it, but as well. But anyway, let's come to take a look into the first one, which is the Earth in winter. Now, Earth in winter is hard Earth. But we look into this part. Winter Earth, winter Earth. Winter Earth is hard and cold. And winter Earth would welcome wood actually. It welcomes wood to be able to have its roots to crack and loosen it up. So, of all the Chi Earth, though it is seen to be generally inauspicious, but it actually can be more auspicious. It can actually be welcome when you have uh, winter Earth meeting jungle, meeting a spring jungle, where it can crack up and loosen up and it can free itself. Therefore, in one part, this can be quite favorable to a certain degree. Right. So therefore, let's just look into the Jichou and what does it may actually mean. If not, then overall, direct officer would represent promotion. It can represent promotion. And of course, for females, that may represent what does it represent for the female? The husband. It represents the husband pillar. Therefore, that would be into the one part. Into the one part. We have a Jia Chi. Jia Chi is heaven and earth combined into one. Now this is Jia and Chi. Yeah, there's a combination, correct. There is a combo of direct officer. So this represents a controlling combination into one. Water control itself. Yes, correct. Very good. Jia and Chi. Therefore, that would be generally also looking good. Now, the second one here, we have a Jima. Now, imagine the day master for Jima is Earth with a seed, with a seed. And the seed, of course, will want to grow up. So indicating that Jima is a day master that sits on 7 killing. It sits on 7 killing. it is a of all the Chi Earth, the Chi Mao is also a very sturdy day pillar because for a seed to grow roots and to push up across the earth represents a survivor, represents a very sturdy survivor. So this 7K warrior is one that has the tenacity for, and so when it meets the combination, but there is a hum element. There's a hum element into it as well. Now, the case of the hum element, actually more looking into a competitor because again, wood doesn't like to see another wood. Wood doesn't like to see another wood. Therefore, there is a sibling rivalry or condition. But of course, each wood welcomes a tree. It welcomes a tree. So imagine if there is a tree to grow, then it actually climbs on it. So in every part, this Jima meeting the Jia Chen represents meeting and meeting an opportunity to leverage. Therefore, there is a leverage opportunity. There is support, correct? There is a support. And so, if this day master is offered an opportunity to join a large organization, yes, go for it. Join a large organization, join a bigger body, because a seed would find opportunity if it grows near a tree for it to climb, for it to climb a tree. And this tree, of course, will have other competitors, other rock wealth, and of course, indirect wealth to grow into. Therefore, this tree is a good tree to climb. Therefore, there is an opportunity to climb, opportunity to work out for the 7K to meet a tree. Therefore, that would be one part of looking into this itself as well. Now, next we take a look into the snakes. So therefore, this would be again desert sand. Desert sand. Qi Si is actually earth on summer, fire. So this is desert sand. It has metal in it. It has, this is mountain. Earth is mountain. Hard earth, and soft earth on top. So soft earth on top, on hard earth with fire and metal. Basically, of all the Chi earth, the desert sand, the soft earth floating on hard earth welcomes this. It welcomes the Jia. It welcomes because the root that grows into it will be able to hold on to the earth. It's able to hold on to the earth. Roots will hold on to the earth and providing the necessary water, which is money for it to grow. So I would say that even though it's generally inauspicious, but it does have much of its auspicious sign that comes into it as well. So for this would be the dragon, the desert sand meeting the spring jungle. So desert sand meeting spring jungle is favorable. It's very favorable. And what does it favor? It brings order. It brings order. It brings discipline. Discipline. Because generally this chisel may be earth all over the place, may have many interests. Because here sometimes the problem with this Earth Day Master is that they think that they're smarter. They are smart. They are smart. This G Earth is smart. Why is it smart? Because it sits on resource, direct resource. Therefore, it's very smart, very lucky, very privileged, hurting officer. Therefore, it tends to be creative and it challenges the convention, and it's an extrovert. Therefore, smart extrovert, rock wealth. So talks a lot, being smart and being rebellious. Therefore, making this one. And so sometimes the problem is that these people may think that they think they're smarter than others. Normally they are, but maybe they think that they are a lot smarter than what they really are. So they're overconfident. They then their mistakes is that they tend to uh, not respect other people. Not respect other people means they won't take jobs they think is below them. They wouldn't want to join, and therefore now meeting Spring Jungle is favorable. Hmm? It brings humility to them. It brings humility to them. It brings them to nurture. Therefore, this would be quite a very good, very good for the desert sand to meet the Spring Jungle. Yeah, that's this. Okay, we have also another one, which is the also the desert sand, which have itself the fire and soft earth. This one is also yet another desert sand, even more desert, because it's soft sand sitting on soft sand. So soft sand sitting on soft sand, unlike this desert, is smarter. This one feels a bit more inferior. It feels a bit lack of self-esteem in a way, unsure of itself to a certain degree. And so this sand meeting the spring would also generally be quite good, but there's a bit of an upset itself because there's always an earth and earth, a bit of an earth and earth bowling punishment. But overall, this meeting to the sand, similar to the jungle here, would also be quite favorable, especially when meeting direct officer. Once again, if these are all female, this is a good pillar because it's meeting a husband pillar, meeting a boyfriend pillar. Well, boyfriend is here, husband is here, therefore meeting this is here. And for male, it can be meeting, for both male and female, it can be meeting bosses, meeting your boss pillar. And to meet your boss pillar would then represents meeting a change in your job environment, meeting a new boss, meeting a, a maybe not like a new boss, a new CEO or a new leader in the organization, and that brings about the kind of a change you can also meet. You can also see. Okay, next the we have the Earth rooster. Earth rooster sits on eating god, and again, meeting eating god. Eating god, meeting 7K is always not a very big problem. And therefore, here meeting the direct officer would bring us to an order. But the thing about Ziyu is very sacrificial because sin metal is like a diamond. It's like a diamond. It's like a diamond covered with earth. Covered with earth. And so Chiyo is very creative, very smart, and it keeps to itself. It keeps to itself. It's very secretive. It keeps to itself. I mean, imagine that if you have a diamond and you need to conceal the diamond. So this person, this day pillar, tends to find that it has to keep something precious within itself. Therefore, it has a need to be on guard, a need to be protective. And of course, when metal is removed from the earth becomes shallow. Therefore, this is the character of Geo. And of course, meeting the spring jungle, meeting the direct officer would actually brings about this so-called combination, right? Because as you can see, again, rooster and dragon combines, right? It combines, and so therefore combined here means maybe combined out, and combined out would actually brings about a bit of a change. Therefore, this may also mean that if it is read favorably, it would mean the opportunity of showcasing your your the water, which is the money, and this money, of course, may be the wealth. For therefore, this may mean publication, writing or output. So this year would be a year to publish, a year to produce, a year to bring out that diamond that is hidden. Because here, this GF has been nurturing the diamond for a very long time. Because eating God is creative. It's a creative thing, artistic productions and output for itself. Right. Last one. This one is an unstable pillar. Earth on the ocean. Earth on the ocean. This is an island. It's an island. It's an island which is too precious. Chihai people likes to talk a lot. They tend to talk a lot. They have good marriage for female. Females tend to have loyal and supportive husband. That's very good. You have your direct officer. Male would also find the same with the direct wealth. So male will have the wife here. Females will have the husband here, and somehow unstable. And meeting this dragon actually I would say is favorable. It's actually favorable because what the G-Earth island would need is that uh, Earth sitting on water is not stable, but when it meets another Earth, it meets a jungle, it tends to find itself grounded. Therefore, this combination will be very useful. This combination will be useful. But the other one just now here has been mentioned is also heaven and earth combined. Therefore, we have a heaven and we have an earth combination. And heaven and earth combination. So this brings about a very good opportunity for this money making. These two pillars combined together. And we also find that high would also have a combination on above, and the bottom line we then have a kind of a relationship that these two can nurture. Therefore, it will be auspicious. It would bring stability. Therefore, to bring a stability would mean a stable job. It would be a more of a stable job. It will provide the opportunity for promotion. Promotion because there's a lot of water everywhere. There's a lot of water everywhere. So there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money for the GF. It becomes, it brings a better order to the person. Yeah, as it is. All right. So this brings us to the discussion that have complete your fire and also the Earth Day Masters. That will be all the sharing for today. So next week will be the last week. We'll cover your metal and water day masters as well. That's fine. Then I will see you, some of you, next week then. Okay. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Right. Okay. So Tressa, thank you. Buddy, this will be your first time coming. So together with Fadeli as well. All right. Please don't ask questions. If anything, can always use the chat. Okay. Welcome, Fadeli. Thank you. Good night.